Hi, my name is Alex Labaro, and earlier this year I was diagnosed with OCD. So what is OCD? I find a lot of people have really horrible misconceptions of what it is. So let me explain first before delving into the process of making the music video and the song. OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, is a long-lasting disorder in which a person has uncontrollable reoccurring thoughts, also known as obsessions, and or behaviors or compulsions that he or she feels the urge to repeat over and over. So OCD is experienced differently for everybody. For me, I find that my OCD really manifests itself in doubt, whether that's turning the alarm on and off and on again before I go to sleep, or checking my pockets for my glasses 12 times on my way to work, which is a 10-minute commute. Now, OCD is not being overly clean or neat or organized, and most importantly, it is not an adjective. It boggles my mind that people to this day still say, oh my gosh, I'm so OCD, or this triggers my OCD, or like top 10 things that'll trigger your OCD. It sucks that it's totally normal for something that I have been battling with every single day, that I have been suffering with my entire life, to be equated to nothing more in casual conversation as a synonym for tidiness. It frustrates me so much that something that makes me so angry I punch walls and so upset that I literally have crying breakdowns, that it's in casual company no more than a quirky tick. So this frustration and this irritation with society romanticizing things that ought not to be romanticized and making light of matters that ought not to be made light of, this frustration with that is what I made my song about. I knew in my song I wanted to illustrate and kind of juxtapose that rose-tinted image of mental illness with the true, gruesome, gritty, inescapable burden that it really is. So once I had an idea of what I wanted to write my song about, I then had to write the lyrics. Now, quick disclaimer, I don't sing. I am not musically inclined, I'm not virtuoso, I'm not good at music. So why'd you write a song, Alex? That's a good question. I don't know. I wanted to, so I did. So after determining the song style, I then had to figure out a good melody. The song has evolved a lot since my very first attempt.
This aesthetically pleasing feeling in pastel and lights roses my eyes.
So I sat down and I studied the songs I admired with similar styles that I was aiming for, and slowly the song began to evolve as I started to kind of mimic their styles a little bit. So eventually by the end of the day, this is what I ended up with.
Quirky little ticks among fairy lit pics, aesthetically pleasing feeling. Cigarettes at midnight, caught in the rain, something to shut up my brain.
So after I had a song that I was happy with, I then had to make the instrumental. I made a scratch track. I've thrown it into Adobe Audition, which I get because I'm a student. And so far, I'm kind of playing around with the sounds that I want with the actual vocals itself. And I'm starting to get an idea of what kind of music and backtrack I want. That was a lie. I had no idea how to make music production. I'm not good at music production, so I decided to enlist some help. So I scrolled around on Fiverr for a little bit, and I contacted some producers, Fiverr artists, and we're gonna wait and see what they say. Eventually, one of the artists that I contacted, James, he responded back and he seemed to understand what the style that I was shooting for. So I sent him what I had, and then he sent back an instrumental as well as a vocal guide. And I'm not gonna lie, I was super hyped to listen to it because it was my first time really listening to the song coming together. Aesthetically pleasing feeling in pastel lights. But I did not love the bridge. And you can tell because the energy just drops immediately. Next, I needed a way to record the vocals in a quality environment, so James, the Fiverr guy, could mix them. I just scheduled a recording studio appointment. It's kind of becoming real. It's a home studio, so it's a house in a neighborhood. Don't want to die. Hi. So today's the day. For recording studio day. Today's the recording day. I'm gonna head over there and hopefully I don't get murdered, because that would be really unfortunate. and it would be a damper on this entire project. Oh my god, I think I'm crazy, right? Right? Like, is this crazy? This feels a little crazy. Like, why couldn't I just write a strongly worded essay about my feelings? You know, why do I have to be so dramatic and make a song and a music video? Aesthetically pleasing feeling. So I just finished trying to record the song, and now we're trying to fix my horrible singing right now. I'm gonna auto-tune it. Rose-colored eyes, rose-colored eyes. Oh god, it's like a broken record. Hi.
Torturing you.
A quick update. I changed the bridge of the song because I hated it. I didn't like how long it was. I didn't like how it sounded. I didn't like just the way that it was in general. Like, it took me out of the song. And I noticed a lot of other songs, the bridge tends to be really short. It tends to be 1 to 2 really short sentences, and it's just kind of repeated over and over. Something to shut up my brain. Something to bury the shame. And then also, during the repetition, there tends to be an addition of harmonies, like a progression of added harmonies. Something to shut up my brain. So I've kind of taken that concept and I've copied it and pasted it over to my song. A couple of days before I went into the recording studio the second time, however, I received my fiber order and it did not go well. Aesthetically pleasing feeling, pastel and lights, rose-colored eyes. He did a great job getting the track that I want underneath. I feel like I'm trying to paint a pig. It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. And I want it to be good. Like, really good, and it's really bad. So after that incident, I went back to the recording studio, and Mr. John mixed my vocals and pretty much got it to where the song is today. The only difference is I did go back into Adobe Audition and kind of mix the bridge myself. Something to bury the shame. After all that, I went home. And then I didn't touch this project for weeks. I completely lost all confidence in everything that I was doing, and I don't know, I kind of gave up for a little bit. So I want to release the video October 13th, I think is what it was, and that's the start of OCD Awareness Week. Denver has a really good film school, and it produces a lot of really great students, so I'm trying to hire a student or two to help me. A little update, I found somebody who responded to my advertisement, I guess, requesting for people from the Colorado Film School, and we're going to try to start shooting this weekend. That didn't happen. In fact, there was a really long time where I couldn't confirm a videographer, and the deadline was quickly approaching, and it was freaking me out, and I was really losing hope. Y'all, I am straight up not having a good time. So in regards to the video, I found a cinematographer whose style I really, really like, and I feel like he could take my video to the next level. So I contacted him instead, and I was like, hey, well, no, he contacted me, and I really wanted to work with him, so I've been like trying to get in contact with him, but he hasn't replied back, which is super frustrating. I had a work goal that I was sure I was going to achieve in September, and then in October I was going to post this really awesome video, and then November I was going to take the L side and like do totally awesome. But just now, for my September goal, I didn't make it. So now I feel like that's like the domino for me to not achieve my other goals. In the very beginning of this journey, I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever done. This is so stupid. And I said that, but I was still excited about it, and I still felt like I could like do something. But now I'm starting to think that was true. So I ended up going through 3 film students until I finally landed on the one that I'd be working with. The film student's name was Cassie, and we decided to meet and see if we could work together. I'm glad that you're like really excited about this, though, because it makes me like so happy.
Oh no, I think like just the idea behind it is awesome. So I'm excited to see the final result already.
So we immediately started looking at booking locations and filming dates, and everything was moving really, really quickly, and it was stressing me out because I also was having a lot of difficulty finding a good location for the scenes. A lot of the locations that we were looking at were either booked or too expensive, and it was freaking me out because we were supposed to be filming in 3 days. We were finally able to secure something, which was such a relief because otherwise we would have had to film the warehouse scene on my front porch, which was not ideal. So we ended up booking a location. It wasn't open last weekend, so we pushed our filming dates back to kind of later. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, sometimes I feel like, I don't know, like this is a crazy idea, not because it's a music video, but it's a crazy idea because like, I feel like I've like tricked people into thinking I have OCD. Like, I feel like I've tricked my therapist. That's what I'm dealing with. The only downside was we only had the location for 3 hours. So we are heading to the location right now. Once we get to the location, it's like go time. We need to start unloading and preparing. Like the maze. Okay, like here, I can go like grab it. Thank you. Yeah. Oh wow. Whoa. This is so big. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Oh my god, this is so nice. Somebody forgot to make sure that the cocoa powder was secure, and that was me. Could you spit it out just a tiny, not all of it?
That's perfect.
Oh, wait. Leave it like that. Go back to what you're doing. I look insane. So a few days after we shot the warehouse scene, we shot the bedroom scene. Now this was less stressful in that we didn't have a particular time frame in which we needed to film because it was my bedroom. But it was a little bit more stressful in trying to find the decorations and the props because everything was 90s themed. And it is so difficult to find 90s themed things at the last minute. I also printed and cut out so many 90s themed posters, and about half of them were of Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, we have officially finished filming. Now that we've been filming, you have like 1 day to edit, yes, pretty much. And then we'll be publishing the video. I'm so excited. So finally, after 4 months of hard work and stress and freaking out, the video is finally done and ready for you guys to see. I was seriously considering just not posting anything at all. After all of these months of hard work, I was really just like, you know what? Let's bury it. Let's burn it. Pretend it never happened. I was scared to make myself vulnerable and open for the world to see. I was scared to tell people that I have OCD. What finally pushed me to post a video regardless of my fear and my doubt was the fact that the message of this video really means a lot to me. If this video could make one person feel less alone, or one person more aware of their actions and what they say, then I would be happy. That's the whole reason why I made this video in the first place. Make people aware of what OCD is, what it really is. Not an adjective, but a noun. So if you would like to watch the music video, the culmination of all of my hard work, if you haven't already, or if you want to watch it again, please go ahead and click on it. As always, thanks for watching. See ya.